Guys, this is just for your consent that I have started recording of this session.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible.
Great, sounds good. So let us create a machine first. Okay, so let us create one machine and after that we will begin. So guys, I guess we are very clear with the disk management part. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how will you check whether a disk is formatted or not?
BLK ID, sir.
Sir, BLK ID. Yes.
Great. Okay, how will you check whether a disk is mounted or not?
Sir, DF-H.
Okay. How will you check if a disk is being used as LVM? Yes, guys. Guys, any answer for that?
Sir, we can check LV display.
Okay, very good. Fine. So guys, if you feel that you are ready for interview, then you can share your profile with me. My email address is servergan@gmail.com.
Sir, for payment bank.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, today we are going to discuss about scheduling a task. Right? That how do we schedule a task? Before scheduling, let us discuss a little about automation today, like shell scripting wala part. So what we are going to do here is, let us say there is a particular service running in operating system. Yum install httpd -y And along with that, let us have VIM as well.
Sir, I have query with the SSH session. So would it be answered right now or after this?
Yes, right
after
away,
this
right
session?
away. Let us not wait for that. Please go ahead.
Sir, actually, I gone through the videos. There was sir, one like issue to enable the SC Linux, where we use set enforce and get enforce two details.
Right.
Sir, what is the use of means SC Linux
Okay.
and how it will be activated?
Okay,
I
fine.
just tried with 0 and 1. There was 3 mode as you told us, but
Mhm.
how it worked?
Okay, so first of all, what happens whenever you are working with any Linux operating system, you run a command ls-l to check the file permissions, right?
Right.
But if you see here in detail, so there is a particular dot mentioned here. What is the meaning of this dot?
Yes, SC Linux is enabled.
Yes. So if you run a command ls-l, then capital Z, then you will get to know some different components here.
Right.
Like this is system generated file. This is an object which is not any service specific, right? Then after
Mhm.
admin underscore home underscore t, like the particular location of this particular file.
Mhm.
So let us say the particular default functionality which is already predefined in the operating system. If you want to modify it, then SE Linux will block this particular file access to rest of the ecosystem within operating system.
So, sir, please come again.
If you try to modify this particular text,
Okay.
then in that case, this file will not be accessible to any other user. If you want that this file should be usable by any other user, then you will have to define that this particular file can be accessible, because see, there are 3 layers of security. Let me walk you through that. So there are 3 layers of security. First of all, when you talk about okay, let us go ahead. Let us say this is a Linux box. So first of all, there will be a filter known as IP tables. Like IP tables, which is known as firewall as well. So the very first component here is that if you really want to secure your operating system, first of all, you will be thinking of IP tables. We will discuss about this in detail. Then after, there will be another component which is known as TCP wrapper. There will be second layer of security which is known as TCP wrapper. Like all the services, there is a particular module known as libwrap.so. So basically LDD is the command to check what are the modules which are used by any service. So that comes under security specialist courses. So if you see here, first of all, IP tables, let us say if being a user, you are trying to access any service, first of all, the particular service will be filtered with the help of IP tables. Then after, if you want to have another layer of security, you will use TCP wrapper. So there are 2 files majorly used for TCP wrapper. The very first file here is etc hosts.allow. Just a moment. Even locate command is not available. So mlocate is the particular package to enable locate command. Now, after installing the command for the first time, we have to run a command update db. If locate command is not working, then you will have to define here update db command.
Hello. Yeah, sir. Today, which topic we are studying?
So today we are going to discuss, first of all, we are going to discuss about like cron tab. We are going to discuss scheduling of tasks. If you need to automate any task, then how do we do that? Like basic of automation we are going to cover, like shell scripting. You can think of it.
Okay.
Yes. And if you need to brush up your skills on shell script, so even I'm going to tell you the way of doing that.
Okay, sir. Just I joined. That's why I.
Not a problem. Completely fine. Completely fine. Okay. So if you see, like we have this particular command available. So look, there is a particular allow methods dot so. So this is the particular library which is being used here. So locate command finds only one file mode underscore allow methods dot so. So these are the particular modules, right? So this particular module is being used by HTTP service. Okay, still that is not enabled. So okay, not a problem. I'll explain you that. So first of all, IP table, then after TCP wrapper, and finally there is a particular like component which is known as SE Linux. So what is the meaning of it? First of all, we are going to filter traffic based on the individual services, or individual port numbers, individual IP addresses. Then after another layer of security is known as TCP wrapper. So this TCP wrapper works on service basis. Like couple of services are there, like NFS. Then we have SSH, VSFTPD. These are the services which are supported by TCP wrapper. You can allow or deny an individual IP address where from you want to allow or you want to deny your services. Then after SE Linux, this particular works on file level. This will work on network level, this will work on service level, and this is going to work on file level security, right? Moreover, we need to understand this thing that in 99% organization, even wherever I have worked so far, this is found in disabled mode only. Because managing SE Linux security is really tough task. Why it is so? There are thousands of files, maybe like lakhs of files are generated on daily basis, and to manage the particular security context of those files is really hard. That is why it is always kept in either permissive or disable mode. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are three layers of it. Now let us talk about cron tab.
Sir, one more thing.
Mhm.
Actually, sir, I was actually doing one SSH practical,
Mhm.
and sir, I wanted to log in with a non-root user via SSH,
Mhm.
but sir, I am not able to do it. Have means, can I share my screen? I can do that after.
Okay, wait. Let me tell you how to do that. What's your name?
Shrikant, SHRIKANT.
User at Shri. Right? User
Yes,
is added. Now what we are going to do here, we are going to copy the IP address of this machine, which is this. I'll go to new tab. I'll write in the command SSH Shri @ IP address. So what is the particular thing which you were getting?
yes, yes.
Okay. So guys, if you remember, I told you last time, by default, password-based authentication is disabled in most of the operating systems which are created on cloud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
When I created password authentication, yes, then it is login. But I want to log in via public authentication, public key authentication.
Okay, not a problem. First of all, let us fix that particular issue. So this is the particular parameter which we will have to modify as CS. I'll have to restart the service. Done. I'll hit again. Now that will prompt for password. Logged in. Okay, one more thing. Now let us say I'm here within my home directory. There is a particular folder known as .ssh. So this is the particular key which I will have to place in this particular server in order to log in with public key. So what command I'm going to run? SSH-copy ID. I told you this command as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
-I id_rsa.pub. Then after the particular command which we used earlier to log into the server, like Shri @server IP address, and that is it. Now it will ask me to enter password because see, like anyone is not allowed to log into this server except Shri, right? Added. Now the system is telling that your keys are added. If you want to log into that machine, you can try with this particular command. It will not ask you to enter password. Moreover, like now, if you want, what you can do here is go to that file vim etc sshd_config file, revert the changes, set it to no, restart the service, go back here once again, log out from the system, hit again, and you will be allowed to log in. And guys, one more thing, if you do not remember the password of this user and you might be logged in into your system with some other user, so you can directly copy the files from here. You will run a cat command, cat id.rs_rsa.pub. You will share your only this pair of key. Guys, keep this thing in mind. You are never supposed to share id_rsa file because that is your private key. If you share that, then it means you have done a breach of security. Now anyone can use your username and password to log into any operating system. Wherever you have access, the person will also have. So this key is never supposed to be shared. Right, guys?
सर हाय वन कोरी वहाँ पे हम लोग SSH अदर पासवर्ड ऑथेंटिकेशन एनेबल किया था, किया था ना?
Yes.
तभी भी ये कॉपी हो जाएगा? नो, जब नो.
Yes, definitely. Why not? Because right now, whenever you log into this operating system for the first time, so you log in with a particular key. If we are working on cloud, by default, whenever we log into an operating system with a key, after that we create a user. So after that, we will have to create this sort of file system there, this sort of ecosystem that we are going to create a user, we are going to create .ssh folder inside users home directory. Okay, let us see that. cd/home shri.ssh, and you can see the file authorization cookie. And guys, keep this thing in mind, even the permission of this file has to be quite same.
Sir, could you please repeat this step actually? When we log in through any user, then from there.
Okay, let us say the system is like this.
Yeah.
I have not logged into this system. I'll log in first of all with my EC2 user.
Yeah, right. Yeah. From here.
Right. Then after, what I'll do here is I'll run a command sudo -" to become root. I'll add a user add, let us say Jack. For example, I do not want to set password for user Jack. I'll do one thing, su-jack, right? I'll run a command just to make a particular folder structure, SSH. So if you see, there is no folder known as .ssh. Do you see that there is no folder such as? Now what I'll do here is I'll run a command SSH. So this is just a trick, guys, nothing else. Permission denied. But if you see, there is a particular folder created. Moreover, if you see, so I did not set the permission for this directory as well. Now, if I go inside this directory, then there is a file created which is known as non_host. Now, what will I do here is I'll create a particular file. If you remember, there was a file inside this directory known as authorization_key. And what is supposed to be the permission? 600, right? Now I'll go back to my on system. This is my laptop. I will copy the keys from here, and maybe you can say like I will share my public keys over email to Linux, like existing Linux admin. I will ask that user to add my keys within my user. What is my username here? Jack. Are we clear with this? So guys, if you remember, we performed these sort of practicals last time as well.
We can create a file with the authorized host as well.
Yes, we can create. That is non_host file. But this is saying permission denied. Why is that so, guys? Guys, what are the permission of this particular file?
Sir, 6.
664. And you are done.
Hello.
Even this type of error could come in that case as well. Sometimes what happens, even if the particular permission on that file are more than required, then even this sort of problem can happen, because that particular file has to be very secure to that specific user itself.
Okay.
Clear?
Sir, can you please open that known host file?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
No host file. So keep record of each and every user who logged in into this.
Yes. From every, like for every single server you attempted to log in. Okay, let me tell you this thing. How does it work? I don't know, guys. You guys did not practice or what, but we have performed this every single step before as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
So guys,
but I just want to know.
I told you last time as well that whenever we are trying to log into any system, so first of all, we have to accept the particular fingerprint of that. Like authenticity of that server, we will have to accept that yes, the server is authorized. I am literally trying to log into that server. If I type yes, then that sort of keys, what you were seeing here before, so that sort of keys will be added under non-host file.
Yes, sir. So does this key is stored for as a temporary basis or for?
This is for permanent basis. Until unless the IP address of the system is not going to get modified, this is going to remain same.
Sir, can we add manually onto this file?
Either manually or no, we are not supposed to add this manually. We have to say yes. And that will automatically be added.
सर ये वाली की कौन सी होती है?
Pardon?
Hello.
Yes.
सर ये वाली की कौन सी है? ये अपनी पब की है?
No,
Pub की नहीं है?
this is the host identification key.
Okay.
This is host identification key.
Okay, sir.
Right, guys?
Yes.
Still, I have one doubt with SC Linux. Once we change the port in SSH underscore config file, so we set the set enforcing 1.
Yes.
That is enforcing mode.
See, there are 3 commands basically which you need to know. First of all, get enforce.
Yes, set enforce. Yes.
To check the status. Then after.
Enforcing means SC Linux is enabled.
Linux is not only preventing the particular security, but it's
Yes,
it's blocking as well.
yes, sir.
If SC Linux is set to enforcing mode, it does not only log the particular attempt, but
It's only monitor.
as well. If it is in permissive mode, it will not it will just log the particular like unwanted, unauthorized access. And if it is set to disabled mode, it will do nothing in that case. There are 3 modes of SC Linux: enforcing, permissive, and disabled.
But डाउट ये है कि जैसे हमने पोर्ट मैंने चेंज कर दिया सर उसका मैंने अंडरस्कोर कॉन्फिग में, ठीक है सर. उसके बाद जैसे वो रिस्टार्ट वाली हम कमांड चला रहे थे वो रिस्टार्ट नहीं ले रहा था,
राइट
सर. उसके बाद सेट एंड फोर्स करा 0, सर फिर शायद वो चल गया था, उसने रीस्टार्ट ले लिया था उसके बाद।
Right, because after that it started logging only. That did not prevent any unauthorized service, because by default SSH service is supposed to be running on port 22 only.
यस सर।
If you add any customized port, you will have to whitelist that port under SE Linux. So as I told you, okay, let me tell you that. If you see here, there are different contexts here, right? etc underscore t, sshd underscore key underscore t, right?
Right, sir.
Same way, whenever you assign any port inside these files, so these are also like predefined within SE Linux policy. If you modify any port, if you do anything with that, then it will be blocked by SE Linux. That is the use case of SE Linux. That if you modify anything,
That would be blocked by the forcing mode.
yes. So that will be blocked by enforcing mode. That will
Okay.
be logged by permissive mode, and nothing will be performed with the help of disabled mode.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, now clear, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now, guys, first of all, we were talking about like how do we schedule tasks? What is use case of it? So, for example, there is a use case of scheduling tasks. Let us say this service is running. HTTPD service is running.
Without purchasing domain, is there any way to perform the task of last we have did with HTTPD site hosting?
Pardon?
Sir, without purchasing any domain, is there
No.
any? Okay.
No. Because SSL certificates can be purchased only for the domain names, not for the IP addresses.
Okay.
Okay, systemctl start HTTPD. Now I will check the status of it. That is running. Now, guys, what you need to perform here is, let us say in a hypothetical situation, although it does not happen very frequently, but let us say if there is a situation where HTTP service gets stopped again and again, what you need to do? You need to do only one thing, that if it is in stopped mode, you just start it. And this is a manual process for you, right? So what will you do? You will set a particular command to check the status and then start it, right? So first of all, let us try to understand that how does scheduling work. So guys, there is a particular command known as at. We can install it, yum install at. Guys, keep this thing in mind. This is very rare use case of at command. At command is used only to schedule a task once. Only once you can execute any command with the help of at, right? But this command cannot be used to like schedule a task on a periodic period. Let us say every day early in the morning at 7 a.m. you want to do something. At will not help. Yes, it will help only tomorrow morning 7 a.m. or maybe after 3 minutes or maybe after 5 hours, whatever. So maybe even after 10 years you can schedule the particular any task with the help of at command. But guys, keep this thing in mind. This command cannot reschedule the task. Only once this command will be executed. For example, at, if I execute this time, like grabble time, this is telling like what is the time plus 3. Now syntax error. It will say like let us say 3 minutes. What would happen? Date command. Okay. What is the syntax of it? I don't know, like it has been modified. Now plus 3. Even I forgot the syntax of this. I do not use this command very frequently. Syntax I was giving right. Same syntax I was giving. I don't know what happened.
Sir, might we have to give the space in between plus and 3.
Let us Google it, not a problem. Like this, okay. After that, you can schedule any task here. Guys, just a moment. So guys, this is how we can specify the particular task only one time. This is not very frequently used because I have never used it in production. So that is why even I forgot the syntax of it. You just give it a try. The main component which we need to discuss here is that is cron. So yes, cron definitely I will tell you. So the particular file here is /etc cron tab. If you understand this particular file, then everything is clear, guys. First of all, what happens here? There are a couple of fields. There are 5 fields in this particular command. We will have to specify 5 fields. First of all, the very first minute here, the very first component here is minutes. Like we can specify minutes value from 0 to 59. 0 will be, let us say, next are considered. Maybe like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So defining exact minutes, that will help us out in this particular case if we define it here. Then after hours, like 0 to 23 is the value. 0 means 12, 23 means 11 at night, right? Date, obviously, we have the values between 1 to 31st. Month from 1 to 12, or like we can define in this particular manner 3 alphabet of any month. We can define like Jan, Feb, March, April, and so on and so forth. Same thing goes here. Day of the week, it could be 0. And guys, obviously, like Sunday has precedence over here. Like either you can define 0 or you can define 7, right? So now let us take a couple of examples that how we can set it up. And like if we have to define a range and all, so how do we do that? First of all, any username, let us say there are 10 users in the operating system and you want to execute the command from any individual user, you can define username, then after command to execute, right? Okay, let us say if I have to define anything here, for example, I want to define every 10 minutes, so */10, right? */10 means every 10 minutes, maybe every hour, asterisk, every day of month, asterisk, every month, asterisk, and any day of the week. This is how I'm going to define. Let us say I want to run a command with the user Shri, and the command is going to be, let us say, date. Right? So what would happen, guys, here? User Shri will start executing a date command, and maybe I would like to get output in any file, let us say /temp/ Shri.txt. This is the file where I would like to get output of this particular command. And just to say that yes, the command is getting executed every minute, for now, we can define it like this. Right, guys? So I'm not saving this because this is not the right way to set a cron tab. Although this works, but obviously I'm not going to set it. Why it is so? There is a command to set cron tab. Cron tab -e. Edit. Now you paste the particular command and that will work. Right? Now, if we want to check whether cron tab is set or not, we can run a command cron tab -l. So L command is being used here to list down the particular cron tab or the commands which you have scheduled. Right? Now, if you need to check the logs, whether the command is getting executed or not, or maybe in the meanwhile, we can schedule another job here. For every 10 minutes, let us say *//2 *****. Guys, keep this thing in mind. These are the entries which you need to keep in mind. What is this particular field?
Hour.
And what is this one?
Day.
Month.
This is day of the month.
Yeah.
This is month of the year.
Then week.
And then after week of the
Week.
day of the week. Then after this particular field is for user. Date.
So we have created new, means new this file and then mention this. Earlier you have opened another
So
file,
these
right?
are the files which are created by cron tab itself. Keep this thing in mind. These are the files which are created by cron tab itself. Moreover, these files are stored in binary format. System controls it. We have only access via command line.
Okay.
Right? Now let us say I want to run a command ls/etc, and now I would like to store the output in /temp/ jack.txt. Every 2 minutes I would like to perform it. Now I would like to grab the logs of cron tab. So where is the location? /var log cron. See, guys. CMD Shri date temp. This is this. Shri command not found. Why it is happening, guys? If you remember, now we are adding the cron tab for individual users. That is what I wanted to show you. That is why I have shown you both the files. Over here we have two commands. We have two process which we have scheduled. Within this part, with the help of this particular command, we need not to specify any user because cron tab command is set for specific users. But if you define the same thing within etc cron tab file, then here you need to specify the user as well. If we define the same thing here, then it will work. And in the meanwhile, guys, I will do one thing. I would like to tell you that you can remove cron tab with the help of cron tab -, first of all, like E, go for edit. You can remove any command from here. Or if you want to remove all cron jobs, then what will you do, guys? Cron tab -R. No cron tab for root. Clear, guys?
So which is the best practice, sir, where we have to create a new cron tab and then file, then run the cron command or existing file?
So the ideal practice here is we are supposed to create the particular schedule, the cron tab with the help of cron tab command rather than opening etc cron tab file.
It means create a new file.
Yes. So either if you want to set like being root, you want to enable any like cron tab for any specific user. So I can define a, let us say jack. So this is the particular tab, cron tab, or this is the particular file. What I'm going to do here is I will paste the commands. Moreover, I will remove this particular username from here because right now there is no need to specify user because the command is being set for a specific user only, right?
Yes.
So this is saying permission denied because file was already created with the help of root user. And right now we are trying to add the particular command. We are trying to execute these commands with the help of these users, right? Okay, what we can do here, we can modify the permission chmod 777 temp jack.txt and /temp 3.txt. Now, if we once again see the logs, then over here there will be no permission denied error. Next minute.
Sir, what is the service for the cron job?
Cron is the particular service. And obviously, guys, we need not to like worry about it.
So where we are getting the output of this automated task.
So cron D is the particular service for this. Cron D is the service for cron daemon, right? Yes, what did you say?
So where we are getting the output of this cron job.
Good, nice question. We have redirected the output here.
Yeah, we have mentioned. So, sir, same thing in Jenkins, right? Cron means cron job.
Yes, for sure. Okay, one more thing. What I want to tell you. Let us say if there is a situation where you are supposed to monitor any process. So how would you automate that? Let us say my process is running ps-ef pipe grep httpd. This is running. But let us say if you see kill -9 So if you see, this command has killed all the running process which were contained HTTPD service, right? So I would like to share this command. This is really useful if you want to kill all the process at one go. Maybe like if thousands of processes are running and you are unable to figure out the you can call that you are unable to figure out the PIDs of those processes, then you can execute like this: kill -9 pgraph-f httpd. So this command will help to grab the PIDs, like process IDs of individual process. Then after it will supply the PIDs to kill command. But guys, my requirement here is that if the particular service is not running, then I have to start it automatically. Be it is any service, let us say if it is Java service, if it is any other microservice, if it is HTTPD, VSFTPD, or any service. So what will you do, guys?
So, but here one file is remaining, right, for the root. We kill all the means kill 9.
So where it is remaining? So that is just the output of grep command.
Okay. Okay.
Even the grep command. So what you can do here is grep minus v grep. That's it. Okay. Let us start it again. System CTL. Only HTTP services are coming here, right? Clear? So now what we have to perform here is, okay, first of all, we will have to write a script. So today we are just going to talk about these script files, that how do we write it, how do we check it. So guys, first of all, let me tell you, there is a particular site where from I learned scripting, bashtldp.org, right? If you really want to learn shell scripting, then this is a particular guide for learning shell script. I learned this particular scripting from here itself. So whenever you have time, please go through it. There are a lot of exercises available. Even you can learn like set command, grok command, and any conditional statement you can learn from here. If you face any sort of challenges learning from here, I'll help you there. But see, this will take some time because scripting needs a lot of practice. Moreover, scripting needs basic understanding of programming. Moreover, like you can learn from here, like for loop, while loop, right? How do you verbalize the particular things? So if I write any shell script right away, that will be a little difficult for you to understand, like what I'm going to do here, right? The basic understanding of shell script you can take from here. Like you will understand like what is bash and bash script. You will understand here like common shell programs, like how do you execute commands inside shell script. These sort of basic things you will have to understand. But for now, because I have to automate, I have to schedule something with the help of cron tab. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'll run a command ps-ef pipe grep httpd, because what do I need to find out? That if httpd is running or not, I would specify only that HTTPD should be there, not any other component. What I'll do, grep minus v grep. So this will list only the particular HTTPD processes.
Sir, what is the use of -v?
V means exclude grep command. We will discuss about now there are a couple of other commands which are still pending, which are still remaining. We will discuss about that. But for now, we are discussing about cron tab. So I am going to write it. Then after, when we will talk about maybe today or maybe tomorrow, we will discuss like find command still is remaining, locate command, grep command, shed command, awk command. So basic of these commands, definitely I'm going to tell you, because if you're going to face interview and also definitely these sort of commands would definitely appear. But these commands are most of where you need to put a lot of practice.
Sir,
what is PS minus EF?
Yes, sir. Sir, what's the difference between PS-EF and PS-AUX, sir?
Okay.
Yes, I can EF show all the process IDs. Sir.
To see every process on the system using standard syntax, PS-E, -EF, -E capital F, ELY. So these particular are going to print every system process with a standard format. Moreover, if anyone is using PS-AUX, then it is going to have a BHD syntax. So these are some different standard which are used to see the process output. Then after, print a process tree -EJH, get into about threads, ELF, when the process was started, who started and all. Maybe if you want to grab a particular user process only, then PS-EO, then after effective user, maybe running user, These sort of labels you can define there. Maybe to see every process running as root, ps-u root u. These sort of syntax you can specify there. Right? So these are some different attributes. Like you can call, like there are some specific switches which you can use in order to figure out specified processes. Moreover, you can, a lot of things you can perform with the help of PID, but end of the day, most of people prefer to use ps-ef command with a like standard syntax. ps-ef and ps-aux. Do you see the difference? Most of processes are going to come same, but only the syntax difference is there. This is standard, this is BSD. Right?
BSD means
Berkeley Domain System. So there are some different standards. Let's not go up to that level. Okay. So for now, if you see here, this is the particular command which I would like to find. Like this command will help me to identify whether the process is running here or not. Moreover, if you do not want to find out like this, what we can do here is net-stat-tunlp. So what is happening here, guys? I can figure out that HTTPD process is running and port 80 is listening here, right? But why did I use this particular command? Because over here, I will have to use awk command or maybe cut command to identify that port 80 is running here. So it is the easy process for us for now. But once we are familiar with like how do we use set command and how do we use awk command, then definitely that is going to help us a lot. Okay. Now what will I do here is I will write a file. Maybe I can define httpd.sh. Now what I'll do here is I will define the particular shebang here. This is on the shebang. Now guys, usually people ask, okay, whenever we write a shell script, why do we define this particular parameter? What is the use case of it?
Just it defines shell.
Okay. Any other thing?
Yeah, it will run the command from the bash, from the bin directory under the bash and uses the bourne again shell.
Do you see any difference here? Like if I modify httpd.sh to httpd. So guys, we need to understand this thing very clearly that so guys, we need to understand this particular thing. If we are going to move like mb command is being used here to rename the file. If we are going to rename this http.sh to httpd file, right? So Linux does not work based on the like file types because everything is a file for Linux. Now what is going to happen here? If I do not specify .sh extension at end of the file, then I will have to specify whenever I'll go to run this particular command, I'll have to execute like this sh-x httpd, because right now I will have to specify the extension of this file, that why I'm using this particular, right? So rather than specifying like this, what do I do here is I'll go inside that file and I will specify the extension inside that file only. Because whenever we are executing any script, so at that moment, guys, we have to specify the use case of that script. Maybe that particular file is going to be written inside your shell environment, your Python environment, your bash environment, or like what, right? These sort of things I will have to specify here. Okay. Now, the very next thing which I will define here is I would need to specify whether my process is running or not. How do I check that? So I check with the help of this particular command, right? So now what do I need to do? I need to give a particular name to this command. Check underscore HTTPD equals to. Now what I can do, either I can keep this particular command in backticks, right? Backticks means the particular symbol which is found with tilde key, right? If we press with shift, it will print tilde. Otherwise, it will print backticks, right? Either I can specify my commands like this, or what I can do here is I can specify within brackets, then dollar, like this. So any which way I can perform this, but I feel really comfortable while I'm executing like this. Right? So guys, what would happen if I copy this particular command? If I go and I try to paste it here and I define that variable name, check underscore HTTPD.
Sir, it is like alias command.
Pardon?
Sir, in alias command, we also do that, right?
Yes. So in alias command as well we can do, but over here we are going to utilize the like random values. Sometimes this will print some different values. Sometimes it is going to print different values. Right? Okay. What would happen here if I try to open this particular file? So what it is going to do? It is going to check the status of for me. So if the particular word count is greater than 1, it means if my process is running, then at least one or other number of lines would be printed. Let us say okay. So guys, if you see how many lines are getting printed here, at least 4 to 5. Right, guys? If these many lines are getting printed, I can easily understand that my Apache process is running. Okay. But if these are 0, let us say, let us define that particular process grep -v grep, then you will see only like number of lines are going to be here 5. So what I will do, I will consider that even if one process is running with this particular name, then I will consider that my Apache is running properly. I do not have any issue with that. So what I'll do, I'll go to my particular process and I will do a word count. WC-L. So what is the particular value coming here? WC command is used for word count. We discussed this particular command to count the words before as well. So WC-L command is used to calculate the number of lines, that how many lines are getting printed. So how many lines are there? Yes, guys. What number do you see here?
5.
Great. Be interactive. At least I will get to know that I am audible and you guys are listening. Okay. So now I'll go at end of this line, and after that I'll put that parameter here like wc hyphen L. So this command is going to list the particular number of lines for me. Now that is fine. Now I will print a particular if statement. If dollar, what is the particular name? Dollar means the particular variable. So whenever we need to use any variable inside shell script, so we will have to specify a dollar symbol before it. Like if this particular value is greater than 0, then over here we are going to define like echo. Like what is the particular statement, guys, here? If this particular value is greater than 0, 0 means like if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever, then we are going to print. Guys, just a minute, getting call from office. Yes, guys. So if this is the condition, if this condition is going to be met, then what we are going to do, echo Apache process is running. Means if this value is greater than 0, then what we are going to print? Apache's process is running. Else, what we are going to do? We are going to run a command, and the command is going to be system ctl start hdpd, and guys, keep this thing in mind. Keep this thing, guys, keep this thing in mind. If whenever we write any like block which begins with if, that has to close with 5, right? This is the proper this is the like standard syntax of this particular process. Moreover, you can define any other command as well here, like you can print one echo like Apache process started or whatever. Right, guys? So what do we understand out of this particular thing? First of all, we have defined a variable, the particular command using which we are trying to figure out whether Apache is running or not. We thought of a logic that if this value is going to be greater than 0, if it is 0, then this command will get executed. If it is greater than 0, like it is 1, 2, 3, 4 or n number, then it will understand that Apache process is running. Right, guys? Do we understand this?
Yes.
Yes, sir. But I
Yes, sir.
getting means unable to understand what exactly PS-EF is doing.
So guys, PS-EF command is listing down the processes. Let me show you that. Hello. So, okay, did you see this particular command? PS-EF, what it is doing? It is printing the particular entire dump of processes which are running on this operating system. But if you see, it is really hard to find that whether HTTP process is also running within this or not, right? So that is why what we have done here is we have defined a pipe, like the output of this command will be held by this pipe and then it will be handed over to command grep. Over here we are trying to figure only the particular processes which contains HTTP within itself. We have figured it out. grep command stands for general regular expression parser. GREP, general regular expression parser. This is the command. Then after HTTP is the particular process name, right?
Yes, sir. Got it. Got it.
But now what we are doing here, we do not want to have the output of grep command itself, because even grep command, what particular parameter we are passing here. So even this grep command is also getting printed that we executed a command at the time of taking this thread dump, at the time of like taking this process dump, even this particular process was executing. So this has also been included. So what we have done here is we have executed another command to exclude the output of grep command, like whatever line includes grep, exclude that one.
-v grep means
Excluding anything.
Okay. Okay.
Like every and like each and everything excluding grep will be part of that output.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
sh-x. See guys, what happened here? PS-F, like I have executed this command sh-x. X means visible mode. Like whatever commands we are executing in background, those commands will get printed here, right? Getting point, guys? sh-x, like to, okay, let me show that. If I run this command, then it will print like this: Apache process is running. Obviously it is running here, right? Do you see that? If I execute this command, it is showing that Apache process is running. But if I define -x, x means debugging mode, like it will print all the commands which are getting executed inside this particular script. First of all, what command was executed? grep-v. Like this shows the like opposite. Like first of all, PS-EF command was executed. After that, grep httpd, then wc-l, then after grep -v. These commands were executed. Now, what was the output of this? But httpd equal to 7. 7 is greater than 0. So what was the particular statement which we defined? If you check this particular script http.sh, then you will get to know that if 7 is greater than 0, then Apache process is running. Otherwise, what would have happened here is systemctl start httpd, this command would have been executed. So let us do one thing.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. What is the -l in last?
So that is counting the line of the number of lines.
Oh, word count, word count. Okay.
Line count, not word count, line count. Hyphen L counts the line number only.
Okay.
Systemctl stop HTTPD. Now, if I run the same command again, so do you see is there any outcome of it?
No, sir.
No.
Even it is coming 0. So now, if I run this command sh-x, why the 2 is coming here? The count is still showing 2. The script still shows 2. I don't know where from it is coming. Just a moment. I'm just trying to tweak the logic of this particular script. First of all, I'll have to check where from the particular values are coming here. Why does it say it is 2? This is strange behavior. The same command, if I'm executing with script that is showing 2.
Sir, we can execute that variable in terminal.
That is fine, but we need to identify where from this particular value is coming.
Yes, sir, I am saying that you can check in this check HTTPD variable is what values it is showing, because I think it is showing different value. Because command is correct, but maybe
Maybe some different, because like the particular parameter which I've defined is HTTPD only. That might be picking from somewhere else. Let me check that.
Sir, we also define the data type?
That is done with the help of like if a statement already defines it. That is coming in integer only, na? That's not the use case.
Okay, by default it is integer.
Okay, guys, I'll have to check. Let's not spend that much time because it could be a particular issue with this particular bash shell itself. But right now we were talking about scheduling a process. I'll check where was the problem with this, and I'll let you know tomorrow itself, right? But let us say, how do we assign this particular? So I'll move this particular file to /usr local bin, and wherever I want, like MV. This particular file I have moved here. This particular file is available. This file is available here. What I'll do here is I'll assign the permission, like execution permission, chmod +x http://service. Apache process is started now. Is this kind of a joke?
Sir, I think you should put greater than instead of less than.
Yes. Now this is working fine. That is working now. That particular cron tab has started this. I'll have to figure out that particular like why it was coming to. Okay, one more thing, guys. Let me tell you that if I stop this process, systemctl stop httpd. So right now httpd process is not running, right? So guys, what I'm going to do, I will place this particular script as a cron file. Chmod, okay, that cron tab. Cron tab -e. I'll set this particular script for every minute. Right? Are we clear with this? So what this particular command is going to do, if Apache process is running, it will print Apache is running, else it will start it. Right, guys? So let us see it for a while. Because right now, when we are seeing the real-time use case, so how do we schedule it? That's what I'm going to do. So let us see if this gets printed in our Verilog cron. What is the output here? Apache process is started. If I wait for a while more, then it will print Apache process is running. This is the command which is executed, and the output is Apache process is started now. Okay, so guys, if we see here, Apache process is running. The very next time when this command is executed, it is showing Apache process is running. Before that, it was showing Apache process is started now. Are we clear with that?
Yes, if we have to put it in every second, so what I have to do
So
in that
cron
cron tab?
tab does not go below minutes. There is no such option that we can run a particular command which is known as cron tab like less than a minute. In that particular case, what we can do here is we can write another script. We will have to write like this. Let us say while true do, then after we can specify the particular command. Let us say curl. Oh, my bad. Spelling is a mistake. Now this will keep on running every second. Or maybe like if you want, you can set some other component here. Actually run every single second, then obviously it will run every second. Maybe what I can do here is to show you in better manner. It is like where www.html index.html. This is for cron tab testing. Every second it will run. Cron tab does not allow us to execute any script for less than a minute, or like in time interval between the command execution cannot be less than a minute as per the cron. But what you can do here is you can set a particular different method in your file that as soon as this particular goes down, you can execute this particular command. Let us say you can define this parameter in your script. If port is not running, then start it. If process is not running, then start it. And this particular will keep on checking your process every single second, right? So that will be depending only on your logic that how do you want to write that script. And you can schedule it like this. But executing any process every single second will drive you in a loop. Right, guys? So one more thing I would like to tell you guys. Cron tab yes.
As we said, cron job, we can detect its output in text file as well.
Come again.
As we have the set cron job as a purchase started or purchase not working, so we can get this output in text file as well.
Yes. So what we have to do in that particular case is that's it. Whatever the output of this particular.
Every time it will copy the output in the same file, or it will keep on creating the files.
So that will depend, like whether you would like to have same file or whether you would want to create new. So you can define here $, date, %f, every time it will create a new file with date and timestamp.
Okay. So if I want to keep the same file,
so what you can do here is you will have to append it. Like this, the same file will keep on appending.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I guess we discussed this sort of redirections.
Yes, sir.
We discussed this redirection topic.
So that's gone through the previous video, but I did not get these directions in the videos.
Not a problem.
With that video.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So I guess, guys, we are clear with the cron now. Like, what are the use cases? Let us say if you want that any of the file in your operating system is consuming a lot of disk space and you want to truncate the file, that could be the use case. For example, like I'm going to create a file f allocate -l, let us say 6 GB. So the size of this particular file is 6 GB now, right? Now what you want that if the particular disk utilization is greater than 70%, maybe 80%, let us create it 80%. No space left on device. Right? rm temp demo.txt. Yes, that is done. And I would like to create this file of 7 GB now. So guys, if you see it is greater than 86%, right? So you would like to set a condition that if the particular output of this is greater than 7 GB, yeah, 80%, truncate a specific file. Or maybe you would want that if the size of this particular file is greater than 7 GB, truncate this file. So now how would you check the particular size of file? You will run a command ll-h. You would want to grab this particular field. Awk. Guys, are you aware of awk command?
No, sir. I'm not.
Print. If this is greater than 7 GB, then what? Now we have figured out. So awk command is basically used to grab output of any file and maybe specific field. Whatever the particular output of this command is, let us say these are permissions, field number 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the field number 5, right? So we are printing the field number 5. If it is greater than 7, maybe if we want exact number, what we can do here is we will have to use another command here. Cut -d dot F1. 7. So cut command is basically used to cut a single value into multiple pieces. So 7.0G was the value which we got out of this output, right, guys?
Right.
And now we wanted to break it into two fields because we wanted to see, like, we cannot compare like alphanumeric values. We can compare numbers only, right? So what we have to do here is we can set another script here that if the particular size, now you know the syntax, like if, then after your condition, if it is greater than that, then we can run a command rather than running this command http.service. So what we can do here is we can run a command here. Okay, let's not touch it. Let's not touch it. What we can do is truncate -s 1G to temp demo. Like this, the particular size of this file will be truncated up to 1 GB. So I guess the production use case and the real-time use case are clear.
Sir, what is the meaning of truncate?
So this particular is going to delete the data from this file from top to bottom. Like all the particular data, all the particular lines within that file which are beginning from bottom will be remaining, and the top lines which are added at the earlier point, those will be truncated, those will be deleted.
Up to 1 GB.
Your voice is not
Hello?
clear.
Sir, truncate 1 GB means it will be deleted the data of 1 GB.
It will remain. It will keep only 1 GB data
Okay.
remaining. It will delete.
Rest it will be. Okay.
Like bottom side 1 GB line of the space will be kept and top side will be deleted. Like it is going to delete 6 GB of data from the file.
Okay.
Truncate we also use in SQL.
What was the previous size of it?
7 GB.
And right now it is
1.
1. So let us say if due to any unforeseen circumstances, what we can do here is we will place this particular command inside, I can create a file vim, maybe disk clean.sh. Once again, I'll define that shebang here. Bin bash. Now what else we can define here is check underscore disk equal to what? The command we have. Oh, my bad.
Sir, what is that cut -d and F1?
So cut command, as I told before as well, like cut command is basically used to break one single value into multiple field. Okay, let me tell you that what is that. So guys, what is this particular value? Okay.
7.0G.
Temp and okay. What is this value here?
1.0G.
1.0 GB, good. Now, what is the particular field number here? This is field number 1.
5.
5.
This is 2, 3, 4, and this is 5th field. So what value did I get if I run this particular command pipe awk print field number 5? What value did I get? 1.0g. So obviously I cannot compare such a value in which is not in numbers. Obviously I cannot compare, right?
Yes, sir.
So what will I do here is I'll further break it into 2 fields. So cut is the command -d for delimiter for the particular parameter using which I will decide it. So I can fill only one thing. I want the value to compare which is before this dot. This point. I will define this point as delimiter. Like using which particular field I would like to count these as 2 separate values, right? Then after -f1 is for field 1, right? So I got this one. Now I can compare this particular one, number 1 easily. Now what I will do here is, once again, I'll do the same thing. If dollar check disk is greater than what? Maybe 5. Then what we are going to do? Let us copy the command from here, the truncate command. Right, guys? So I hope the particular agenda is clear that why do we schedule cron job and how do we check the conditions?
Yes.
So like these values, so obviously, like if you are going to check, if you are going to set it for individual files, then you can set it like this. Otherwise, what can you do here is, you can check if overall disk size is greater than like any number. Let us say rm-rf/temp. Right now, what we can do here is f allocate -l 8 GB temp Okay, guys. So right now, what is the particular like value here? 96%.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, like being system administrators, we know very well like what are the particular log files which are usually very high in volume size, right? Maybe let us say we might have some no-hub files which are running, which are being used for Java process. There are some of the log files which are generated on operating system. So what we can do here is we can run a particular parameter like disk size equal to, how do we check it? We will check df-h. Now, what is the particular disk name? What actually we consider? Grep. Then after this one, only this value is coming. Now, what is this number? What is the particular field here?
5.
This is not okay. Now, what command do I need to use for this particular field number 1? 2,
Oh.
3, 4, and what command will I use here?
Awk.
Print.
Print
Dollar.
$5, 96. Now I can easily set this particular value in my script. What will I do?
Yes, sir. I think we should also use cut.
Right? We are not deleting any file, we are just truncating it. But I did not like mention the command to check it, right?
Sir, is percentage symbol is valid?
Yes, that will work.
Sir, here we are allocating the 8 GB to the demo TXT, right?
Oh, that is considered, that is not considering it at integer. So tr command is used to delete any special character. Sorry. We can use tr command here. Now, because of this scripting, you will get to know a lot of new commands. So now, today we have seen here like tr command to delete any special character. We have seen, let us say, awk command. We have seen grab command. We have seen cut command today, right? Clear, guys? Actually, there was some syntax error which I was getting because of there was some additional quote added. That's why like it was saying like non-integer value. So 96 is greater than 90. So whenever your disk space will reach 90%, that particular is going to truncate this file up to 1 GB space, right? And not only this. So whatever number of files you have, you can set different parameters for different files, right? And what you will do here, maybe like every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, if you want to schedule it, cron tab -e. You will set it like every 30 minutes. You will check it. After that, the particular file location, you will define your USR local bin. Then the file name is going to be this. And that is it. Like after every half an hour, whenever this particular disk space will go beyond 90%, you will automatically clean up couple of files, right? So you can automate your manual task with the help of cron tab. Are we clear with that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, if there is a 8 GB data in the disk, as a truncate file command will left only 1 GB, rest will be deleted. Sir, if I want to save the 7 or 6 GB data on another file, how it could be possible out of 8 GB?
Oh my God. That is again and again telling me there is some syntax error. I specified only 4 fields. Yes. Now, what was your question?
So suppose as in a disk there is 8 GB data, and with the help of truncate, rest 7 GB will be removed and only 1 GB will be left.
Right.
Sir, if I want to save that 7 GB data on another file, how it could be done?
Okay, makes sense. That will be your real use case. In that case, what we are going to do here, before running this particular command, we will reuse additional command here, and the command is going to be like rsync this particular file to a remote server. Let us say ec2-user @ maybe server IP :/temp/backup/demo.txt. First of all, this particular rsync command will work like you have copied the data to a remote server. Then after you are going to execute truncate command. Or not rsync, you can use scp as well.
So it will copy all the like 8 GB.
Yes, it will copy all the 8 GB data here and keep this thing in mind. Like if you need to keep backup like before every deletion, so obviously it is going to override. You can define some additional parameter here, like you can define a particular date syntax, date plus %f dash %r, like date and time. Every time you will copy, there will be a new file created.
Okay. So sir, I can copy selected data as well. Like SCP, it will copy all the 8 GB.
Yes.
I have to just copy only 6 GB.
No, that will not be possible because SCP does not read your file. That reads that this is one object. rsync will do it, but whenever you will change the file name at destination, so that will not take the incremental backup. Right?
Sir, so in case of rsync, we have to keep the file name same at both the positions. Sir.
Yes. In case of rsync, you will have to use the same file name. If you modify the file name, then definitely it will not work.
So I can place this 8 to 7 GB data, whatever I have on the disk, on extra EBS volume as well, instead of copying into another server.
Yes, rather than defining that server IP address. Let us say that you have a particular folder which is available in the directory. Just do it right away. Plus upt, and this particular will move the command like cp-rf. That's it. First of all,
Okay,
it will copy the data on like same server. Then after it will truncate it.
Okay, so but it is not possible out of 8 GB we can save 5 to 6 GB, rest we can keep it as it is.
No.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So I guess you got to know the real world use case, right? Okay, now a couple of more things we are going to discuss. First of all, we are going to discuss about grep command. What is grep? So guys, grep stands for general regular expression parser. This command is used to figure out, let us say, I want to know like there is a particular file like folder known as etc. I want to know the particular files where root is written. Root means ROOT, root is written. How will I do it? I'll run a command grep -r like recursive, I case instantive, L means list. I just want to like know the file names only. What do I want to find? That is root. These many files are there where root word is written. Right? You can figure out number of files. How will you do it? WC-L. So like 714 files are there where root word is written in any format. Like where word is repeated, these sort of things, like number of time the word is written, that sort of thing we can figure out. Okay, maybe let us say I want to know grep. What is the meaning of grep? General regular expression parser, that is known as grep -r. In recursive mode, I want to find like word fs tab is written within /etc folder. So first of all, fs tab is written within this particular file, within this particular file, within these files, and within these files. Like these are the particular files where fs tab word is written. Clear, guys? Moreover, let us say if I want to figure out like if f is in capital letter, it will not give. What if I want that whether it is written in capital letter or small letter, I can define -I. I stands for case insensitive in this particular case. Whether it is written in capital, it is written in small, because if you see like that is a like standard use case, F in capital, S tab is in small. So it has figured out all the combinations here. Right, guys? The very most common way to use fs tab is grep -ril, then after maybe fs tab, and then after /etc, whatever. So it will just print the file names. Now, based on your interest, you can look into individual files. Clear, guys? This is the particular command which I personally use a lot. If I have to use grep, first of all, I will use this one only. Moreover, if I do not want to like have the list, I can just run a command grep -ri. That is it. Maybe let us say it is just printing the particular words for me, but now I want to have such a feature. I do not only want to grab fs tab, but I want to have 5 lines after the text and 5 lines before the text. Like I do not want to grab that particular text only, but what I want that 5 lines after the text and 5 lines before the text I want. A for after, B for before. right? Or if you want to really like go with the detail, you can define like B5 and A5, like before 5 lines before, 5 lines after. Wherever this word is written, you will get to know a complete detail, like in which particular syntax context this particular word is defined here. Clear, guys? You can calculate the length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Are we clear with this thing, guys?
Yes, sir.
But in order to search, which we are looking only for some specific character. For example, what if I want to look for some like file names? I do not know. Like someone told me, okay, there was a file created with the name of a script or with the name of backup. I do not know the location of it, guys. So how will I be able to find it? Find the file? Like where the file is kept? How will you be able to find out? How will you be able to find out the name of a file or the location of the file if you know the name?
Sir, with the help of find command.
Okay, so guys, let me tell you,
Find
there are two
name.
okay, find.
Sir, name and the name of file, sir.
Where do I find?
Yes,
So
sir.
the
This
syntax goes
command.
like, first of all, find command, then the location where to find, then after hyphen name, then after file name, what you are looking for. Maybe not this one, I'm looking for a particular file with the name of password. Maybe I am looking for the particular file which are modified in less than hyphen m for modified plus 5m. Oh. I forgot the syntax of it. What is the syntax?
M time, I think.
Yes, that is m time, not m minute. The particular files which are found within last 5 minutes, which are modified, which are updated basically. Before 5 minutes, these are like within 5 minutes, these are the particular file which are updated, which are accessed. So guys, this is how you can run a particular, maybe like there are a lot of things, hyphen param. The files where permission is 777. So if you see these files, so even like we have assigned permission to 777, like siri.txt, jack.txt. Remember, guys? Like 400. Okay, let us create a file. See, it has find out all the files which has permission like this. So maybe like we can find out the files with a specific honor, with a specific date modified, with a specific permission, or whatever you want. Like you need to explore the find command only. Maybe you can figure out empty files, the data file, mostly the space consuming files, a time. Like this was the particular thing which I was looking for actually. Numeric arguments can be specified as plus n for greater than n, minus n for less than n, exactly n, minus a minute, file was last accessed n minutes ago. That sort of thing you can specify here. Like creation time, access time, maybe like these sort of components you can define, like hyphen group ID, like inode pattern you can define here, like inode number you can define here, right? Clear, guys? Maybe you can define, you can find out a file based on the size as well. Okay, guys, let us say I'm here. If I run a command, I will figure out the overall size of this particular directory is 2.5 GB, right? But now I want to understand that what are the directories which are consuming most disk space here. Did you get my question, guys?
Sir, please repeat, sir.
My question here is, let us say there is a particular folder known as /data. Now there are a couple of directories created. Let us create it. These are the directories which are created. Now let us assume I want to figure out, these are 100 directories. I want to figure out what 10 directories are here which are consuming most disk space out of these 100. And let us assume that every single directory has more than a GB of data. How will you figure out only 10 folders which are consuming most disk space? This is interview question, guys, even which I would like, which I used to ask.
Can we use size with find?
I don't know. You tell me. This is one interview question for you guys. I'm not going to tell you the answer of it. Just do Google.
Sir, find and directory name, size, and the size. We need to mention 1 GB or
Find. Okay. So if I define the size greater than 1 GB, I told you that every single folder has a particular size greater than 1 GB. That will list down all.
yes, sir.
Then what is the use case? And guys, keep this thing in mind. The particular domain which I have suggested for bash scripting, go for it. This is really going to be very helpful. This is the particular like stuff where from I studied shell script for my learnings. You will understand what is use case of like for loop, what is use case of do while, if else. So like this sort of thing I learned from here itself. And the particular best thing here is that it does not only states the particular command like example or use case, it gives you some samples as well. It gives you sample scripts as well, so you will be able to understand it very clearly. Moreover, like when you are defining a variable, So how to do it? How will it work? Everything it is going to help you with. This is and moreover, like I have recommended this website to more than 500 people. So whoever goes through goes through training with me, I definitely recommend this particular site for learning sales script. There is nothing best than this one. And like we were struggling with like set and awk command. Let's go for set command. What is the meaning of set? Like streamline editor, a stream editor. What are the options? Like A, append line, append text line below current line. C, change text of the current line. D, delete text. I, insert current line. P, print. R, read the file. So whatever you want, these sort of components are here. Options. Moreover, you will get to know like how do you read, like cat-n, like number of lines, sed, errors, print, example, like it is going to print that particular thing here. Maybe if you want to add something at the beginning of line, if you want to add at anything at the end of the line, you can do that. Deleting lines of input containing a pattern. You would like to delete all the lines where error word is written. You can delete all the files, or you can delete any specific word, right? So this is really powerful. I find this particular thing really amazing. So guys, I can only recommend you, I can only suggest you, but I cannot teach you each and every like command line example, right? This is the best thing I have ever found on internet related to any shell scripting thing. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question, sir.
Please go ahead.
Sir, please suppose I have asked this question in an interview, sir.
Okay.
If suppose I'm only person in the data center and if load is going high around 90%, so what I would do, and I have only one server in that case, I can't increase the like resources.
Okay, so first of all, what you will have to do here is, if you are the only person in the data center and you are you have the single server, first of all, you will try to analyze like which process is consuming more and more CPU. Second thing, if there are multiple processes running, right, and one process which is not of high priority and that is affecting other high priority processes, then you will have to stop that because you have nothing else to do. And let us say if there is any database, any backend or front-end services running, so you will have to check the run book, because whenever we are working in shifts, right, so there is a particular run book, like if these sort of things happen, what we need to do, can we take a restart of server, can we reboot the server, or like what sort of action we perform. So that particular things are already communicated to team, because obviously when you are working in a shift in data center, so you are never supposed to be like fresher, or this is not your very first day. So you already have been given some guidelines to perform your responsibility and your duties, right?
Yes, sir.
Based on the instructions, first of all, you will analyze, and if there is a particular situation wherein you need to take some steps, so either obviously like if you do not do anything, then entire server will go down, all the services running on that particular server will go down. So in that particular case, you will have to take a restart of that particular individual service which is consuming most of CPU. And how do you check that? You can run top command, you can press capital P, and the particular process ID will be listed on the top. Right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's
So
it.
the process ID on the top will be using the high CPU value.
Okay, let me tell you that. So if you see here, the particular most CPU consuming process ID will be listed at the top here. Because currently everything is 0. That's why it is like this. But if I press any command here, so if there is any command which is consuming most of CPU, So you will find all the values zeros here, like down the line, but only the particular first row will show you some of the CPU percentage utilization, right?
Yes.
And sir, we can directly kill that process.
So either we can kill or we can try to stop that. But when we have 90%, maybe 95% CPU load average, so our system takes really long time to stop the process. But yes, as per the ideal process, if it is related to database, if existing connections are there, so we are never supposed to kill that, because that can like lead to some data disruption if we kill it. So we are supposed to wait for a while more, and we are supposed to cleanly stop that particular process. If it is database, if it is any other, then we may try to kill it, but ideally it is not recommended to kill any service which is running on production until and unless that is that critical that may lead to entire like ecosystem down, like that may disrupt entire ecosystem. So the ideal practices are to stop the process rather than killing it.
So
And
how we can
okay,
kill or restart the
one
process?
more thing, guys. One more thing. So if someone is going to ask, these are actually really tricky questions. So you have to understand the particular requirement. So let us say, if you say at this particular time that that I will discuss with my senior, I will discuss with my team lead, or I will discuss with my manager what to do. So the person might throw back another question. Okay, let us say that the person is not picking up the call. What will you do then?
Sorry, sir, at that time I was not good with Linux. Even I was not knowing 1 or 2% of the currently what you taught, sir. So I had no answer.
So now I guess you have the answers.
Yes, sir.
And guys, keep this in mind. These are not only technical questions. So these are your like the particular capability that how good you can handle the particular situation. So right now you are going to say that okay, I can easily assume that if I'm the only person in the shift and I'm working in data center, so for sure I'm not fresher. At least this much KT has been provided to me. And obviously, if I'm the only person, so like situations are there where no one in the shift and I have to take like response like decision single-handedly. So the particular process and the particular run book has like must have been handed over to me in that particular use case, where it is defined like in what particular situation we need to do what. So do we need to wait for entire server to go down, or can we take a restart of one service? So rather than bringing entire server down, I will log into server. I would check the particular process which are running here. Maybe if we are monitoring systems in the meanwhile till the time I'm logging into it, I will throw a glance on the particular metrics of the server which are running high. Then after number of processes which are running, so like is that equal to trend, or like number of processes are increased? Maybe if we have firewall, or like if we have any other monitoring like network level monitoring, I would like to track like whether the particular data trend like getting in or going out is beyond the trend. So I would like to see the trends in the meanwhile. Like it hardly take a couple of minutes, like couple of seconds to check all the graphs which are related to a single server. I'll go through it. Then after I will log into server. I'll check like which particular process is consuming most of the CPU. If that is not the critical one, based on the rule book, or you can call that the run book, I would prefer to take a restart or to wait to stop it clearly and then after start it again. So that is how we need to respond.
And sir, for killing, we can simply use the kill command, but for stop, which command we could use, sir?
Okay, service, HTTPD stop.
Okay, so systemctl or service.
Yes, whatever.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. What else, guys? What we are going to discuss today?
Okay, sir, simply with systemctl restart and stop, we can start and stop the services.
So yes, you can do a restart as well. So most of the time, like restart kills all the existing connections, and then after it will start the process again. So if there is a really high traffic coming into your like landing in your server, so what would happen in that case? So the load is still not down, and new connections will start establishing. So that may once again bring your load high. So ideal practice here is stop it, wait for a couple of seconds, then start it.
Okay.
Sir, I am leaving the class, sir. I have to go to office, sir. I took first half leave.
Okay, not a problem. So even we are almost done. So guys, do we want to continue for next topics, or we want to like call it a day right now?
How do we check the largest file in the system?
So that's the question for you.
Sir, du command we can use.
So actually, du command you can. Okay, let us do some R&D on this. That is telling me the particular. Okay, not this one. Series slash etc. So it is telling me the particular size. Let us say temp has 1.1 GB, USR has 1 GB. I want to know like the particular most disk space consuming folder on the top. Do you see this particular thing? This is most disk space consuming.
Yes.
After that, this one. After that, this one. Do you have an SCH? You can run sort command then. Moreover, sort -r for reverse order. Right? This is the command which you can use. And obviously, like you can print in like incremental, ascending or descending order, whatever you want, right?
So with system CTL, we can start or restart the process with PID as well process ID.
So with system CTL command, we can start or restart a service process with service name itself.
So with if we want to start and restart with the help of PID, then which command we will use?
Kill sig hub. This is the particular command. Kill then sig hub.
For kill.
No, this will not kill. This will restart the service.
So where we have to define the process ID. Sig hub ID. Okay, sir. So this will restart, right?
Yes.
And stop.
I'll have to check the syntax. Oh, kill -s. I forgot that. The process ID is changed now. That is modified. That's why it is giving like no process. So this is how we can restart a process. Like we can reload a process basically. Kill then sig hub. There are different signals for kill command. Any other question, guys?
So some like relatable question was asked me in the interview. If on a server there is a high CPU utilization and
Okay.
all the services are critical, so what will you do?
So, okay, once again, the particular answer I have already given. Let us say if all the services are critical and we do not have resources to increase, so we will have to take decision that what particular service is less critical. Everything cannot be critical. See, if we do not restart a single service, or if we do not restart one service, then everything will go down. So in that particular case, we will have to take a decision,
You
right?
have to prioritize the service.
So prioritization of the service has to be there. Everything cannot be critical.
Right, sir.
Sir, in AWS, can we use scale set?
So it's not about the scale set. So like what happens, auto scaling takes care of everything. But when these sort of questions are there, so person tries to know like how do you prioritize the particular process like priority. Like if you have to kill or restart or stop any service, then how do you decide that which one is the other, which one is the service?
Okay.
And guys, keep this thing in mind. You have to be firm on your answer. Like just say directly, like everything cannot be critical. Like if it is Apache, if it is Tomcat, JBoss, like we cannot run all the, like we are not running. If all the things are that much critical, it means we are running sort of WordPress server. Like if all the things are running onto same server, then it must be a WordPress sort of application. And we have only one instance. Moreover, we do not have resources to scale up. We do not have a cluster. So it means we are working in on-prem data center. So just you can give different hypothetical example as well during interview. Okay, you guys tell me one thing.
Okay, sir.
So what could be the scenario when we have only one server where all the services are running and all the services are critical? This is a hypothetical example. It could not happen with any production environment, guys. Like we have DCs, we have DRs, and we have other components, everything we have. Then how can it be possible that there is only one server where all the services are running, all the services are critical? Is that practically possible any which way?
No, sir.
That is hypothetical. So your answer should be hypothetical. Yes, guys. So if anyone interested, please do share resume with me. I'll forward it to HR and HR will get back to you on that. And I guess you guys are in that position where you can break through the interviews.
I dropped you a message regarding this as well.
Pardon?
So I dropped you the message regarding this as well.
Forget about messages, because these days I'm actually going through really busy schedule.
Actually, I'm already